A missing wife, a husband with a story that does not add up, and a camper van hiding one of the most gruesome secrets Vermont police had ever seen. Emily Ferlazzo's disappearance started as a missing person case, but within days, it became something far darker. The weekend was supposed to be a romantic anniversary getaway to celebrate 1 year of marriage. But what began as a cozy trip, though Vermont, would soon turn into one of the most disturbing domestic tragedies authorities had ever seen. This story begins in Plymouth, New Hampshire. There, on July 25th, Emily Schwarz was born to Randy and Adrienne Schwarz. Bright, kind, and full of energy, Emily was described by her loved ones as someone who made everyone around her feel lighter. She attended Concord High School, and after graduation, she trained as a licensed nursing assistant in 2019, drawn by her passion for caring for others. Her long-term dream was to become a cosmetologist. She wanted to make people feel beautiful inside and out. Unfortunately, Emily's parents would eventually split up, and although they did, Emily kept in regular contact with them both. She carried on living with her mother, Adrienne, and her stepfather, David Bass. Emily had a deep bond with her family, especially her youngest brother. But life took a sharp turn in early 2020 when she met an older man named Joseph Ferlazzo. Joseph was a licensed tattoo artist in a nearby parlor, working in New Hampshire and the neighboring state of Vermont. He was in his early 40s, nearly twice Emily's age. Despite the gap, Emily fell deeply in love. Joseph was charming, confident, and attentive, at least at first. Within months, their relationship moved fast. They married on October 12, 2020, and Emily became Emily Ferlazzo. Together, they adopted a dog named Remington, nicknamed Remy, and converted a Chevy Express bus into a camper van. Emily's father's side of the family did not get much of an opportunity to meet Joseph. Plans either seemed to stall or to be canceled. Nevertheless, they only met Joseph once in their first year, and their encounter seemed to be a little strange. The family claimed that something did not quite click with him in the first instance that they met. However, underneath the free-spirited couple, not everyone was convinced. Emily's parents noticed bruises, scratches, and a growing tension in her voice. When asked, Emily brushed it off as nothing serious. According to Emily's family, Joseph was controlling and possessive. He constantly accused her of cheating, checked her phone, and followed her to work. Emily's stepfather called him a walking red flag. Once Emily even left work early just to reassure Joseph that she wasn't with another man. Despite the warning signs, she stayed, convinced that things would get better. Her parents considered calling the police on more than one occasion, but Emily always stopped them. She would reassure them that it won't happen again. By October 2021, Emily and Joseph were preparing to celebrate their first wedding anniversary. They planned a cozy weekend getaway in Bolton, Vermont. By October 15th, the couple packed up their camper van and drove west. It was supposed to be a quiet escape for just them and Remington. Eventually, they found themselves at an Airbnb in Bolton. The Airbnb was just a stone's throw away from Bolton Valley Resort. But less than 24 hours later, Emily's phone went silent. No calls, no messages, no social media. She simply vanished. But the very next morning, things took a dark turn. According to Joseph, the couple got into an argument. It escalated quickly until Emily demanded he pull over the camper van. Once he did, she got out and began walking alone down Bolton Valley Access Road. Joseph later claimed he drove to a nearby convenience store in Bolton, but when he returned to the spot where he had left Emily, she was gone. But his story kept changing. To his sister, he said Emily was asleep in the van. To Emily's parents, he said she stormed off. Meanwhile, Joseph did not seem too distraught. In fact, he spent that weekend hanging out with his sister, visiting friends, and even having drinks, all while his wife was supposedly missing in Vermont. On October 18th, Joseph drove back to New Hampshire. When Emily's parents asked where she was, he repeated the story that they had argued. She left and never came back. Joseph searched the surrounding area, but found no trace of her. It was as if Emily had vanished without a trace. Her social media went silent, and despite friends and family trying to reach her, Emily never replied. However, Emily's family did not believe Joseph for a second. Needless to say, Emily's parents were not happy nor convinced. They were upset that she had been left in the woods alone, someone that is supposed to be his wife of 1 year. That same night, they reported her missing. By Monday evening, October 18th, the Vermont State Police had launched a full search. Helicopters, K-9 units, and local volunteers scoured the forests around Bolton. But within 24 hours, the investigation took a shocking turn. A friend of Joseph's, Spencer Lemons, called 911 in the middle of the night. He told the police that Joseph had confessed to killing Emily and even told him where her body could be found. Police located the couple's camper van on a property on Meadowbrook Lane, located in St. Albans Town. When officers looked inside, what they found was horrifying. Joseph was quickly found at a nearby convenience store and brought in for questioning. During the interrogation, he broke down. He admitted that during an argument early Saturday morning, Emily lay down on the bed to rest. Joseph retrieved his Glock handgun, climbed on top of her, and shot her twice in the head at point-blank range. He then placed a plastic bag over her head to stop the bleeding. He then dragged his wife's body into the camper's cramped bathroom stall and went out for breakfast with his sister and her boyfriend, about 8 miles to Waterberg. Later, he returned to the van, moved to a secluded area, and dismembered Emily's body using a handsaw. The police would finally obtain a search warrant for the Chevrolet Express van. When police searched the van, they found 8 garbage bags, one of which contained a severed leg with a missing foot. Inside were Emily's remains. A handgun and saw were also recovered. Joseph was jailed at the Northwest State Correctional Facility. Joseph was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Despite confession, he pleaded not guilty in court. He has been held without bail ever since. At his arraignment, the judge commented that the state police affidavit provided a great weight of evidence. It was highly unlikely he would ever set foot outside as a free man again. But this was not Joseph's first encounter with the law. In 2018, Joseph seemed to hit it off with a particular client. After getting her number, she decided to go out on a date with him. It was on this lady's 3rd date that she blacked out after he spiked something. She woke up in the middle of him assaulting her. When she tried to escape, he grabbed her and threatened to kill her. She immediately went to the police, but charges would not be filed in the case due to a lack of evidence. She believed Joseph was stalking her afterwards, until he moved to Vermont with Emily. It is unlikely Emily or her family knew anything about this. Investigators in Pennsylvania were now looking for a possible connection to the 2009 murder of his very own stepmother. Young Helene Ferlazzo was stabbed to death at her home in Upper Covent Township in October of 2009. And although her husband Joseph Ferlazzo Sr. was questioned by the police, he was cleared of being a suspect very early on, and the case remains open and unsolved. In 2023, a civil court found Joseph liable for Emily's death. and ordered him to pay her family $1.5 million in damages, though they knew they would never see the money. It was about accountability, not compensation. In December 2024, Joseph's criminal trial began. His defense claimed he acted in self-defense, accusing Emily, a petite 22-year-old nurse, of attacking him first. The jury did not buy it. Dr. Thomas Powell, a forensic psychologist, testified that Joseph Ferlazzo met the criteria for major substance abuse and had the elements of a personality disorder. The friend, Spencer Lemons, who reported to 911 about Joseph's crime, also testified.
He said, "Emily is back in the van." I said, "Is Emily alive?" He said, "No." And I asked, "Did you hurt her?" And he said, "Yes."
The defense read character letters from Joseph's brother, sister-in-law, a former cellmate, and longtime friends who met him while getting tattoos. A jury convicted him of first-degree murder in December 2024. In April 2025, a judge sentenced Ferlazzo to 42 years, 6 months to life in prison.
I will announce the sentence of the court at this time. The sentence of the court on the conviction for first-degree murder will be 42 and a half years to life to serve. I wish you luck. I wish this family luck.
In Emily's obituary, her family spoke with their hearts. They described her as one to bring great joy to her family. She was a beautiful, aspiring singer, and American Idol does not know what they missed. Her personality was uncontainable. Emily was a nurse and wanted to become a cosmetologist to help people with their confidence. She placed her trust in those that she loved, and the one she placed it most would tragically abuse her. Emily's death is tragically just one of many homicides through domestic violence.